Japan just shocked the world with what it is building. While most countries argue about the future, Japan quietly put it to work. Robots care for the elderly. Trains hang in the air. Cities are protected by machines you never see. This is not about flashy gadgets, a rapidly aging population.
What sets you apart from the other robots out there?
Robotics robots, including me, designed specifically for companionship and intimacy.
Instead of collapsing, it responded with innovation that looks pulled straight from science fiction. The future is not approaching, it is already here, and Japan is leading it. Let me start with something that sounds impossible. Living digital billboards. Walk through Tokyo and look up because you might see something that breaks your brain. A giant 3D calico cat, so real it looks like it's about to jump straight off the building. This isn't a hologram, it's not AI magic. It's a curved LED screen using forced perspective to create a perfect 3D illusion you can see from the street below. The cat stretches, it meows, it locks eyes with pedestrians like it knows you're staring. And millions of people stop every single day just to watch a digital animal exist. But here's the part everyone misses. Japan didn't just create a viral billboard, they proved that buildings themselves can become living canvases. Suddenly, Tokyo is filled with 3D billboards, giant sneakers bouncing off walls, spaceships bursting through glass, whales swimming through the air. Advertising stopped being flat, it became immersive, it became art, and now cities around the world are racing to copy it. All of this feels futuristic, but the next machine proves Japan is not just changing industries, it is quietly outperforming the best humans on Earth. Upside-down train. In Japan, some trains don't sit on tracks at all. They hang from them. Look up and you'll see trains moving through the air, suspended from a single rail above. The Chiba urban monorail is the best example. It's the longest suspended monorail system in the world, stretching over 9 miles across the city. These trains literally dangle upside down, carrying passengers like a calm, everyday roller coaster. It looks strange at first, but the idea is surprisingly smart. By hanging the train instead of placing it on the ground, Japanese engineers solved several big problems at once. There are no tracks at street level, which means no collisions with cars or pedestrians. The system also takes up very little space, which matters in crowded cities where every foot counts. There's another bonus most people don't expect. Because the train hangs naturally from the rail, the ride is smoother. The weight stays balanced instead of bouncing on top of the tracks. These trains can also make sharper turns and climb steeper slopes than traditional rail systems. Japan didn't stop with one line. Suspended monorails now run in multiple cities, moving millions of passengers every year with an outstanding safety record. Japan's innovation extends beyond trains to entirely new forms of mobility. Flying taxi. Japan is quietly leaping into the future of transportation, and SkyDrive is at the center of it. Developed by Japanese startup SkyDrive Incorporated, this compact flying taxi represents one of the world's most advanced electric vertical takeoff and landing aircraft, or eVTOLs. Unlike bulky experimental prototypes elsewhere, SkyDrive's design is small, agile, and engineered specifically for dense urban environments, reflecting Japan's precision-driven approach to innovation. What sets SkyDrive apart is not just that it flies, but how soon it will fly with people on board. Backed by major Japanese industry leaders and supported by national aviation regulators, SkyDrive has already completed successful manned test flights, a milestone many competitors have yet to reach. Its aircraft is fully electric, dramatically quieter than helicopters, and designed with multiple redundant rotors for safety, an essential feature in a country known for its uncompromising engineering standards. Japan's advantage lies in execution. While other nations debate feasibility, Japan is building infrastructure, shaping air traffic rules for low-altitude flight, and planning real-world deployment, including demonstration flights at major international events. SkyDrive is not science fiction, it's a working blueprint for urban air mobility. In doing so, Japan isn't just entering the flying taxi race, it's setting the pace, proving that the future of city travel may arrive sooner and safer than the world expected. Finger vision. One big reason robots still feel a little clumsy is simple. They can see, but they can't really feel. Humans rely on touch for almost everything. We know how hard it is to grip when something is slipping or when an object is fragile. Robots usually don't. That's the problem finger vision is trying to solve. Finger vision has created a smart tactile sensor called R1 that gives robots a sense of touch. Instead of guessing, the robot can actually feel what it's holding. The sensor reads pressure, movement, and contact in real time. If an object starts to slip, the robot knows instantly and adjusts its grip. If something is soft or delicate, it reacts gently instead of crushing it. This changes what robots are capable of. In food processing, robots can now handle fruits, vegetables, or baked goods without damaging them. In factories, they can assemble complex parts that require careful handling. In healthcare, robots can assist with tasks that demand precision and safety, where even small mistakes matter. By giving robots the ability to feel, finger vision is opening the door to robots working in places they simply couldn't before. The Ginza Wooden Box. The Ginza Wooden Box, officially called the Ginza Takagi Building, quietly changed the construction norms. Designed by Tetsuo Yamaji architects, this 12-story building blends old Japanese craft with modern engineering. It was finished in 2023 and officially opened in May 2024. At 184 feet tall, it now holds the title of Japan's tallest wooden building. But here's the clever part. The building isn't fully wooden from bottom to top. The first 8 floors use a strong steel frame. Then, sitting on top are 4 floors built with a wooden structure. From the street, it looks like a clean, modern office block with a giant wooden box placed on top. It's bold, calm, and very intentional. This isn't just about looks, it's about a bigger idea. Japan is testing how wood can return to cities not as nostalgia, but as a serious building material. Wood is lighter, stores carbon, and fits Japan's long history of timber construction. And this is only the warm-up. Back in 2018, Sumitomo Forestry revealed something far more ambitious. A 70-story skyscraper made mostly of wood. Yes, 70 floors. If built, it would be the tallest wooden building in the world. The cost? Over $5 billion. Robot Chef. Tech Magic introduced iRobo at this year's Consumer Electronics Show, demonstrating a potential solution for Tokyo's restaurant labor shortage. Restaurants now have a solution that never tires, never complains, and never makes a mess. Using a simple touchscreen, customers can choose from a vast menu of dishes. iRobo connects to a cloud-based recipe library, letting it cook meals inspired by chefs from around the world. Smart algorithms allow customization, adjusting flavors or portions to match individual preferences. It can stir, season, heat, and even clean its utensils automatically. The automatic liquid seasoning supply ensures every dish is perfectly flavored without human intervention. Soon, having a robot prepare your dinner might be completely normal, bringing high-tech precision to everyday meals. Autoflow Road? Japan is running out of truck drivers, and it's becoming a serious problem. Goods still need to move, stores still need supplies, but the people behind the wheel are disappearing. Instead of waiting for a crisis, Japan is building a solution most countries haven't even thought of yet. It's called the Autoflow Road. This project flips the idea of highways on its head. Instead of filling roads with more trucks, Japan plans to move freight under and above the road using automated conveyor systems. No drivers, no brakes, no traffic jams. The plan connects Tokyo and Osaka, a 310-mile stretch that handles some of the country's busiest freight traffic. Inside tunnels, road medians, and even highway shoulders, unmanned carts will carry pallets of goods day and night. These carts are designed to move at 43 to 50 miles per hour, about the same speed as trucks, but without human limits. Here's the number that changes everything. The system could replace 25,000 truck drivers every single day. That's not an upgrade. That's a complete rewrite of logistics. Artificial photosynthesis. In the future, fighting climate change won't just be about cutting emissions. It will be about pulling carbon back out of the air and turning it into something useful. And that's where artificial photosynthesis comes in. This technology copies what plants have been doing quietly for billions of years. It takes sunlight, carbon dioxide, and water, then turns them into clean energy. But instead of leaves and chlorophyll, it uses advanced materials and chemistry. The result is hydrogen fuel and other valuable compounds produced without smoke, pollution, or fossil fuels. It sounds futuristic. It's already real. Japan was one of the first countries to seriously crack artificial photosynthesis, and it's putting that achievement front and center at Expo 2025. Inside the LIDA Group X Osaka Metropolitan University Pavilion, the technology isn't hidden behind glass or buried in technical diagrams. It's brought to life through hands-on experiments designed to make an invisible process feel real. As carbon dioxide enters the system, artificial photosynthesis goes to work. Moments later, hydrogen is produced and nearby panels light up. Your breath becomes energy, carbon becomes fuel. Robot delivery. Waiting 30 to 45 minutes for a delivery and hoping the driver finds your apartment used to be normal. In Tokyo, that problem is disappearing. Across the city, small delivery robots roll calmly down sidewalks, weave through crowds, stop at red lights, and arrive directly at office doors with lunch still hot. This is not a pilot program or a concept video. It is happening right now. Companies like Panasonic and ZMP have already deployed thousands of these robots across Japanese cities. Each one uses artificial intelligence to understand its surroundings in real time. They dodge pedestrians without panic, climb curbs without hesitation, and even ride elevators on their own. They know exactly where they are going, and in many cases, they are more reliable than human drivers who get lost, delayed, or tired. But delivery is only the beginning. Walk into certain restaurants in Tokyo, and you might not see a single human server. Robot waiters glide smoothly between tables, take orders, deliver food, and interact with customers as if this were completely normal. In convenience stores like Family Mart, robots now work overnight, scanning shelves, checking inventory, and restocking products faster and more accurately than any human crew ever could. This is not about novelty. It is about scale. By 2025, Japan plans to deploy robot workers in more than 20,000 convenience stores nationwide. That is the equivalent of replacing the workforce of an entire city with machines that do not sleep, do not call in sick, and do not slow down. Mixed reality makeup. Imagine walking up to a mirror and trying on makeup without touching your face, your phone, or a single brush. That's exactly what Kose, one of Japan's biggest cosmetics brands, has created. It's called mixed reality makeup, and it feels like the future showing up early. Instead of guessing how lipstick or eyeshadow might look, the system projects makeup directly onto your face in real time. No screens, no filters, just you, reflected back with perfect makeup applied instantly. Here's what makes it different. Kose uses high-speed projection mapping, a technology so fast and precise that it keeps up with every blink, smile, and head turn. Move your face, and the makeup moves with you. The colors stay locked in place, following your natural features as if the makeup were actually there. It looks real because visually it almost is. The experience is designed to be simple and fun. The interface is clean, stylish, and easy to use, even if you've never tried anything like this before. With just a few selections, you can switch between bold looks, soft tones, or experimental styles in seconds. No mess, no pressure, no awkward wiping and reapplying. This is where innovation really shines. Kose has demonstrated this technology publicly, though widespread commercial deployment details remain limited. Guiding lightning with drones. Japanese scientists have crossed a line most people thought was impossible. Japanese tech company NTT can now control lightning with drones. If lightning is going to strike anyway, why not decide where it strikes? The drone works like a flying lightning rod. It is wrapped in a special Faraday cage that protects its core systems. When lightning hits, the electric current flows around the drone instead of frying it. That alone sounds impressive, but the real trick is how the strike is triggered. The drone flies into a storm cloud while carrying a long conductive wire. At the right moment, engineers on the ground change the electric field. That tiny adjustment is enough to invite lightning to follow the wire straight to the drone instead of hitting buildings at random. During real tests in Japan, it worked. Lightning struck the drone exactly as planned. The outer cage partially melted from the heat, but the drone stayed in the air and kept working. That single moment proved something huge. Lightning can be guided. Why does this matter? Because lightning causes massive damage every year. Power plants shut down. Airports delay flights. Cities lose power. This technology could pull lightning away from critical places before it becomes a disaster. Walk-on suit. Japan is replacing wheelchairs with something straight out of science fiction. Lightweight, battery-powered walk-on suits that let people stand and move easily. The walk-on F1 exoskeleton is changing lives, granting freedom back to those who need it most. This incredible leap in mobility technology forces a fascinating question. Where else can this engineering be applied? For years, we've obsessed over the car, the perfect engine, the aero package, the lightweight chassis. We haven't focused enough on the human component. This suit already comes with impressive capabilities. Models exist that can provide the user with up to 84 pounds of lifting support, or allow an operator to comfortably handle loads of up to 200 pounds without fatigue. They use powerful actuators or mechanical muscles and motion prediction algorithms to deliver precisely timed assistance. If you think this is interesting, then the next segment will probably surprise you even more. Living anime. Is anime coming to life? In Japan, that question is no longer theoretical. Meet Hatsuki, a humanoid robot that looks like it stepped straight out of an anime series and into the real world. Standing roughly 57 inches tall, Hatsuki is not a costume or a mascot. She is a fully functioning robotic platform built from the fusion of anime design, artificial intelligence, and advanced robotics. Hatsuki currently serves as a temporary ambassador for a Japanese electronics company, but that role is only the surface. Behind the scenes, she is a living testbed for the Croid project, a research initiative exploring how humans interact with humanoid robots. Engineers use Hatsuki to study deep learning-driven movement, natural body language, real-time conversation, and emotional response. Every gesture and head tilt is informed by motion capture data taken directly from human performers. What makes Hatsuki different from past humanoid robots is her connection to digital culture. She can be controlled remotely through the internet, perform movements taken directly from anime, and even operate as a physical version of a virtual streamer. In other words, she bridges the gap between virtual characters and real-world presence. The ultimate goal is to break the fourth wall completely. Developers want people to interact with Hatsuki not as a machine, but as a character who exists both online and offline. Talk to her, watch her react, see her remember. Robot surgeon. Step into a robotics exhibition in Japan and you might stumble onto something that feels like science fiction made sterile and real. At the Kawasaki Heavy Industries booth, one machine stops people in their tracks. Hinotori, a robotic surgeon designed not to replace doctors, but to extend human hands beyond their natural limits. Hinotori is a surgical robot developed under a separate medical brand, but its DNA is pure Kawasaki. The same engineering philosophy used to build industrial robots now powers one of the most precise medical systems in the world. Every movement made by the surgeon is reproduced with extreme accuracy. Tiny motions of the fingers are translated into microscopic actions inside the human body. No shaking, no hesitation, just exact control. The system includes a dedicated surgeon cabin where doctors sit, operate, and see the procedure through high-resolution, three-dimensional visualization. Instead of leaning over an operating table, Surgeons work in an ergonomic console that reduces fatigue and increases focus during long procedures. The robot becomes their body at the operating site. Hinatori has already been approved for clinical use in Japan and is being deployed in hospitals for complex, minimally invasive surgeries. The goal is consistency, the same level of precision every time, regardless of how long the operation lasts. In a country facing an aging population and a shortage of skilled surgeons, that matters. Nimbus. Walk into a robotics showcase at Kawasaki Heavy Industries, and one machine instantly steals your attention. It does not have arms, it does not talk, it does not look futuristic in the way you expect. It looks like a padded cushion standing on mechanical legs. This is the Robotic Nimbus support robot, and it might be one of the most quietly radical machines Japan has built. Nimbus is designed to follow the human body with unsettling precision. As a person moves, leans, or shifts their weight, the robot mirrors those movements in real time. Sensors track posture and motion, allowing Nimbus to stay perfectly aligned with the user's lower back and hips. At first glance, it seems like simple lumbar support for people who stand for long hours. Factory workers, surgeons, cashiers, anyone whose spine takes a daily beating. But here is where it gets interesting. Nimbus does not just support you when you lean back, it leans forward with you. That is intentional. By moving forward, the robot absorbs part of your body weight and redistributes the load away from your spine. Instead of forcing your muscles to constantly stabilize your posture, Nimbus becomes an external support system that moves as naturally as a second body. Kawasaki developed Nimbus as part of its broader human assist robotics program focused on reducing workplace injuries and long-term strain. In Japan, back pain is one of the leading causes of lost productivity in aging workforces. Nimbus is not trying to replace workers. It is trying to extend their physical lifespan.